Evening on you guys. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Fantastic, fantastic. So welcome, Christoph. I see I have with me here. We have Jose Pierre. Yes. I always like to see you with us, always smiling, always great attitude, and that's what it's all about in life, I personally believe. We have Slavek, we have Molud. We're going to have on Molud actually a little bit later. Here is my lovely wife with our bird. So it's a family business. We are in Bangkok currently, and I'm very blessed. I must say, I feel very blessed in life. 25 years ago, a little bit more now, I ran into network marketing. I was just graduating as a lawyer in Sweden, and I had been working as a shipping agent for 4 years out of the 5 when I was studying to be a lawyer. And I ran into network marketing, and I can say now, 25 years later, being on my own, half of my life, I'm 51. I got this year, I don't feel like 51. I had one of the most blessed lives because I have been experiencing so much lows, but also so much highs. And really, I was thinking about it today, and I was laughing when we saw this video before I played the MetFi. It was a car bouncing around. If you were on the call early enough, you saw a car that was bouncing around, correct? And I want to just show you something, and I want to speak today more in general also about that. Why is it so important with community? Why is it so different what we do compared to, just owning some crypto, just investing something, just, maybe hoping for something. Okay, not believing, hoping for something. Because I think that if you are like me, because I know so many times in my life, it's been about that, I've been hoping that, it goes this way and so on. When I grew up, nobody explained to me how to make a plan. I went to school, I got the schedule in front of me. It was mathematics, it was sports, it was this and that. So people made me a plan. Can we agree on that? So I didn't make the plan for what times I wanted to go to school. I just jumped in an already made plan. The same, it was all through university, and also when you went to work the first time, somebody told you what to do, and you did it, and sometimes it felt great, and sometimes maybe it didn't feel so great. I think that's something that we all can agree on. So this is what I want to speak a little bit about today, that what are my thoughts on the journey of being an entrepreneur and an investor. Because I think most people that we have around us have never they haven't got to understand what it means to invest. Is that something that we can agree upon? They know the word maybe, but they really don't know what it is. Because there is a difference between gambling and investing. Can we all agree on that? It's a big difference when we're looking at it. And we as a members in MetFi, we're going to speak about that today. We're going to speak about, we're going to speak about how we can, get residual income and active income by giving something forward. And this is what it is about. Ask me how. Learn to earn. So if you think about it in society, why is it right now? I'm going to jump back to another page here. Why is it right now that we are having this kind of market? So do you see what I'm sharing? Do you see the BTC USDT? Okay. This is pretty crazy, isn't it? Isn't it kind of a little bit of a weird 126, and then we're suddenly down in 102, and then we're bumping fast up, and then, and then we're coming down, and then we're going up, and then we're going down, and then we're going up. If you don't have a community, guys, if you don't have somebody that you can speak about things, that you can, ask questions for, do you believe that I'm pretty correct that it's a lot of people here that get shaken out of the industry? I think that's something that we all can agree on. Now, do you think that I have been reacting in the same way, when this is up and down, or do you think that I'm sitting on certain assets, and knowing where I want to go? I know where I want to go. It shouldn't even need to be, considered. Why? Because I believe that this is all noise. Why do I believe that this is all noise? Because there is so much happening on the global arena right now, and there is something that is sweeping the market with everything else. What is that? Gold. Is that correct? The last months and so on, we have been having a gold price that's been going up like this. Now, why is that? I want to make really, really clear from my perspective why this is, and by opening this again and going here. I've been telling you guys that I use my X not for communicating with friends or anything. I use X as my timeline of what's going on in the world and so on. And I couldn't believe my eyes, and that's because I'm in the same kind of surroundings, hopefully, that you guys are when you are in crypto and so on. But listen to this, what mainstream media was saying today.
Seized by the Romanian authorities. Very interestingly, also here they detail this. The money that they say they wanted to seize included €52,500, $17,000, £10,000, but also over 21 million Bitcoin. For those of you who have followed the value of Bitcoin, that works out as nearly $400 million.
I hope a point was taken. We have mainstream media that says that Andrew Tate has been confiscated of 21 million Bitcoins. Well, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Because there isn't even out on the market 21 million. So this is my point with that. If you don't have people around you that really understand the market, guys, it is very easy to end up like Katie Martin. Okay, who is Katie Martin? Katie Martin is of Financial Times, a columnist that for 7 years have been reporting on Bitcoin and have yet to understand it. And this is one of her statements. My teeth are scarce, but they are not worth billions of dollars. So, why am I showing you these guys? Well, because this is the current situation of Bitcoin distribution. Okay, it's updated a bit, it's questionable and so on. Why do I say it's questionable? Well, I think for most of all, there is more Bitcoins lost than 17.6%. Unfortunately, this is not banking. This is we being able to have custody over all of our assets ourselves through Web3, through Bitcoin and so on, and that puts the responsibility on us, correct? So it puts all the responsibility on us. Now, I do also not think that actually 57% is owned by the individuals, but I'm coming back to that. And why that is such an important thing to understand in today's market. With all the FUD going on, from left to right, will Bitcoin last? Is it going to 30K? Is it going to 90? Is it going back? Is it basically worthless? Guys, there is no way with what we're looking out on the market happening right now in the world that this will not be redistributed crazily over the next years. Why? Because mostly these individuals here, you and me, without the support, without the knowledge, without knowing where everything is going and getting educated from each other, there is no way that all of you guys, all of me included, will hold on to the Bitcoin once it becomes, $200,000, once it's become $500,000, and then you will probably see a big pull again, and then be down again in $280,000. Because it's not a short-term game. It is not a short-term game, and the governments, the institutions, they all know it now. All of the big ones knows where we are going, and that is why MetFi, why we are saving and growing the Bitcoin that we have in our treasury, Solanas, and as an example also then Tesla X, etc. Because this is not a short-term thing. But here is the thing, guys. How many, if you start counting from your friends and so on, how many of them do you truly, let's say you write down 100 people that you know, not like your best friend and so on, no, 100 people that you know on a piece of paper. How many would you estimate that actually know anything about crypto? It's, well, maybe they have a crypto wallet, but does that mean that they know anything about crypto? Well, unfortunately, it doesn't. Unfortunately, because it's so different from what we are used to have, banks that have custody over us and so on. And this is why the big game is going on right now, and why I believe that a protocol like we have, audited, secure, we know it works and so on, and we can not only save, Bitcoin for ourselves, Solanas, diversifying the best of the best with the community, with coders that actually have shown us for more than 3 years that they know exactly what they are doing. And that's for me the pride of being a first mover with MetFi. Being first mover out on the market and still more than 3 years later, standing strong on the market for the people that understands how to use it. Because too many times I see when I'm reading in the groups and so on, when I'm getting questions from people, so, oh, the market price is low, the market price is low, the market price is low. And my answer is then back to them that, yeah, well, great, DCA. Because it will come a time when it's not. Same as I showed you the Bitcoin graph here, ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs until it just gets going because it can't get pulled down in the same way. That is why this community-owned thing, if you ask me, with MetFi, where we have, all the history behind, we don't have liabilities. This is very important in my opinion. We have influencer rewards, which is important because most people out there that we know around us, I hope you guys, actually, I hope that I'm wrong. But for me, in the last year, especially, I get more and more and more phone calls from friends and people that just knows me and asks me for a loan. That means that the economy can't be that good. Is it anybody else in this group that has got a call from a friend if you could borrow them some money? Well, it happens to me at least. Now, here's the thing. If I'm going to put a trust on something, well, I'd rather put a trust on something where I work together with people like you that are on this call, and where we actually can teach the people to not get into the game and then get cut and start doing some stupid longs with 40x and gambling the industry. Because for me, at least, this is not a gamble. Yes, it's a game. It's a game of life, correct? And yes, it is a strategy to get where we want. But I believe that the crypto industry in itself has proven itself. And now comes the interesting thing. Why do I think that we are just around the corner of something massive? Why? People I just mentioned before to you guys, yeah? Gold is on a up, correct? It's actually not on what I would call an up. It's on hysteria. What comes after hysteria? Collapse. Who loses the money? Well, I saw from Sydney, I saw people standing in queue to buy gold. Standing in queue and not only that to buy gold. Well, that's very good for them. But mark my words, write it on the wall. It will come a huge drop. And it will be blamed on a more stable market situations or whatever. Who do you guys think that takes that money? The big players. Gets richer again. Where do you guys think that they go, those money? If history repeats itself, which I am personally, not the financial advice from my side, but this is how I'm playing the playbook. Well, Bitcoin has followed almost to the knot global money supply and gold. And this year, Bitcoin is at this moment for so many reasons, but mostly because of big manipulation in the market. It has still managed to stay down. Because when I showed you before, you saw something very interesting. Even though people are, let's be honest and say how it is, shit scared about it, you know. There are especially people sitting with big leverage and playing, you know, and they are sweating. Why? Because they don't know where the market is going to go, because it hasn't been reacting the last weeks, especially as Bitcoin normally does. Correct? Solana hasn't been acting in the same way with Bitcoin and so on. There is really the calm before the storm. And I believe personally that this will keep on repeating itself. That is my personal bet. And I do not believe that the bull cycle is over. I don't. I believe opposite, we have yet to get started. That is what I personally believe. And I believe 2026, most probably the end of the year also, but it will all depend on how it plays out, all these China situations. So USA made a deal with Australia on rare earth minerals and so on. It's a big game playing out right now, where we have more and more and more. I want to jump right directly to this. More and more countries that either are owning Bitcoin, or as Scott Shimada, we have here on the call also from Japan, when now the banks are free to, you know, to move on with BTC. So it's playing out fast, and once it has come to this level, guys, in my opinion, this is a one-way road. It will never be just like this, but it will certainly, in my humble opinion, be trending upwards. And why is that good for us? Well, yes, because making it very easy, MetFi is for everyone, in my humble opinion. Why? Because either if you want to be a customer, you know, for me, it's all the same. Customer, affiliate, for me, it's all the same. I'm a customer, but I'm also affiliate. Why? Because I prefer to actually get also paid. Correct? I prefer to be paid also for things that I bring to the table more than only my personal investment of buying tokens. Maybe buying a vault. Maybe I currently have a too small vault and I want a bigger vault. And here is the thing, guys. I'm not going to go into it today because it's not a proper business presentation. That we can do that one next week or the following week. Now, it is very simple. MetFi for me is such a powerful proxy. What is that then? An intermediate, you know, where you don't need to know exactly what's going on. No, you can follow the stream with the MetFiers, like Jose, like Christopher, like Shimada, like Slavek, like so many of you on the call, Mulud, etc., that actually really has been putting themselves into this. If you go and ask from Slavek anything about the MetFi, how it works and so on, I can guarantee you guys, he will come with the answer for you. If he doesn't have it, he will certainly find out for you. That is something that I learned from Slavek over the years. And this is the beauty with MetFi. We are not only holding, I say only holding Bitcoins with the proxy as an intermediary, but we are also actually learning about how we can take more advantage. You all know that we have a Met Dipper. Well, beautiful product that we can use for our own acquisition of more Solanas, maybe more Bitcoins, etc. And yes, always remember that the multiplier, the next months, the next year will be massive still for staking rewards. And this is very important to remember. Why? Because same as with, you know, with all other things out on the market, including Bitcoin, it gets more scarce. Okay? And in the beginning, when you got involved with Bitcoin, well, guys, if you wanted to mine them, which would be the, you know, the other way towards staking, proof of stake or proof of work, the mining part like Bitcoin, okay? Well, in the beginning, guys, you get a lot more, correct? It's the same with MetFi. That's why it is never too late, but you should probably have started yesterday. Okay, that's how I see it. But with a good bonus now, and I want to really, after we just take a quick, look at this, because they're still doing good returns, as you can see. So not only, can you save together with the community, and, if you are a little bit maybe, not so active even, well, support the team, show up on some calls and so on, because you know what? Everybody chooses the pace they want to go in. This is like I said from the beginning, it's not a 100-meter race, it's a marathon. Okay? For me, I see it like that. I involve my family in it. I involve my kids. They have their own vaults and so on, and they save for the future. And the reason why I do that, and I actually want to bring on Molod here, if you are with me, because he was sending to me today, some Excels, where he had calculated a bit. So if it's okay, Molod, moment, so I can find you here. I will give you, when I just find you here. There we go, more. I'm going to make you a co-host, Molod, because Molod and me, we have had, I'm doing my best to communicate with my English. He's doing his splendid things to communicate with me. With his English, he's improving every day, so congrats for that. But in writing, when we are discussing, it's always something, not daily. Can't say it's daily, my lord. We need to get better on that to be in daily contact, but almost daily. But always when there is something, this is a guy, ladies and gentlemen, that really knows the system. Okay? I'm impressed. Because he was actually one of the guys that was helping out a bit when we saw some things that was not maybe could be bettered, and actually MetFi switched it off, which was actually acquisition with MetFi tokens, to buy with the MetFi token, because it was about to be misused a little bit. So that got notified and corrected very fast, and we have splendid developers, that I know. But Molod, that was not the reason why I wanted you to come on, because I want you to show the people on the Zoom a little bit how you think about, what are we looking at with the value of MetFi over the next year, 5 years, 10 years. So thank you again for coming on the call, Molod.
Thank you, Mr. Stefan. Hello, everyone here. Hello, MetFi's community. Apologize, I am not good at English. Please try to focus with me. I can explain my opinion. Just give me time for sharing screen. My screen is sharing now. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We are say how our treasury are going with DCI, strategy. We have now Bitcoin, Slax, and Solana. We have maybe no 11.7 million of our DCI treasury. I see before end of this year, 2025, our treasury will surge $20 million, and staking total MetFi staked of the community will be under this number. Our price of MetFi treasury, this is now. Next year we can duplicate our value of treasury, and we can do this every year. So we can duplicate our treasury value. The staking, we can't duplicate the staking because we have max supply and total supply in our token MetFi. I say this is the price in the next few years. We can achieve $50 or more. I have also idea if everyone in our community hold just 100,000 MetFi, 100,000 MetFi. The value of 100,000 MetFi now in Treasury is this. After a few years, we can achieve $1 million. Just this is just holding, not take reward staking, because you can sell your reward staking, but don't sell your 100,000 MetFi. This is a good plan to be millionaire, and you can sell also some MetFi and take profit. The price of market, in my opinion, this is the price of market, and you can accumulate MetFi. This is your MetFi now. If you have now 100,000 MetFi value before and this years, you can achieve $7,000. After, you can accumulate MetFi by buying MetFi and DCI and qualify the cycle, and also reward staking. You can take more 14,000 in 1 year. If we achieve the price of MetFi in next year's 0.1, you can also achieve $1 million in few years, a few next years, if you just achieve $2 or $3 of MetFi price in MetFi. I'm trying to speak this, but it's difficult.
It's very impressive, and the reason, Molod, and thank you again for sharing. And no, you're doing brilliantly. You're doing fantastically. This is exactly what it's all about with network marketing. It's not about how good you speak, it's about what you speak.
Thank you very much.
100%, and you are improving every time. So don't never ever say that, no, I'm not. You are doing better and better every day, my friend. Why I wanted Molod to show this is, do you guys see what the difference is between having actually a roadmap and not? It's so important. Why? Because you will know, are you in time? Are you in time where you're going to go? You can measure it. And it always starts with that, where do I want to go? I have my strategy. It's very bold. It's very bold. I say it anyhow. 10 million MetFi tokens. That's my goal. And I'm on a good way. Why? Because of what Molod is showing. Why wouldn't with a community that is growing? I see the Thailand community. They're doing such an amazing job. I see the Morocco and Arabic community doing such an amazing job. Is the volume massive yet? No, maybe not, but the results are massive. Because that's the crazy thing, guys. If you're looking at starting with 100,000 tokens, it sounds like a lot, but right now it's on a sale. It's like Michael Saylor says, the Bitcoin is on sale. Yeah, well, the MetFi is on even a bigger sale, correct? It's even a bigger sale, MetFi, and we have an opportunity to own that token, even stake it and get rewards, and benefit from what? Well, what the whole community does, the whole treasury that gets built up and so on. And that is why I personally believe in MetFi very, very, very much. And why I also feel it's such a pleasure to invite people to take a look There are all these kind of rewards. We're not going to speak about them today. These are fantastic if you use them. And that is interesting if you're looking at it, because there have been, I know there is always like this with commission systems and rewards plans and so on. None of them are perfect. It's just how it is. None of them are perfect. During 25 years that I've been associated with compensation plans, designed a few ones myself for own projects, for other companies that have asked me and so on. Well, there is no perfect one, but here is the thing. The rewards plan that we have currently now in MetFi, that we voted through and so on, is very effective for the people that actually goes out now and does the recruiting. It pays well, and it also rewards actually the people that actually really do something right now. And the rest goes where? It goes into the treasury. So it's been some discussions about the compensation plan, about the rewards plan in the VIP group especially, but for me personally, I haven't mixed myself even in it. Why? Because I don't think that that is our issue with sitting a little bit stuck in MetFi. I think it has a lot to do with many things. One of them, market situation. You know, the crypto market in itself is bumping up and down. That is one of the reasons. It is yet to have been flushed out, everything from the old system, what comes to MetFi. That will happen during this year, during next year. And I also believe, like Malud, that the price will then, also the market value will start, you know, ripping upwards. Why? Because it's only about what? Demand and supply. So now it's accumulation stage. That's what I believe. And it's time to learn these things. And hopefully soon we will have also information about Ocean Summit 3. So I hope that we will get that one soon. So we have something to work towards. And then, of course, also working towards next week's Zoom. I want to get Slavek on here first because I saw he has his hand up. So if you...
Thank you, Son. You already catch my word what I want to mention, because this what my brother saw, because I treat MetFi like a family, that I say to Molot, my brother, and to you. Thank you for warm words directly to my person, but this what my brother show, in my opinion, is very conservative way. Because we know we have still the account buyout, that this next few months is accumulation. But when the token will be distributed, I saw in the other economy, the ratio is always bigger than value itself.
Mm-hmm.
That, in my opinion, even if we see today on the slides the ratio to the treasury value, in my opinion, the token price will be much higher, because when we see the uptrend, people start to be crazy. Like today happened with the gold. People jump and won't buy all-time high. When we know this is a out, to be honest, from this market, because we know the money will be, the cash flow will be redistributed, and most likely the crypto space take part of this big money. That we know the ratio at the moment on the market we have lower than this what we have in reserve assets.
Which doesn't exist elsewhere. You're totally correct.
Yeah, but in my opinion, you know, some people maybe think, okay, when you added this, what is on the staking, plus this, what we have from account buyout, then we have the price on the same level. And in next year, when always, I remember charts, very, very slow, and boom. And when we start going to this boom, people say, oh shit, it's too late. but I'm laughing, you know, it's never too late, because the best time to join is today. The best time to take action is today, because yesterday is gone and today is this day. Thank you.
Thank you, Slavek. Fantastic. So again, have a good week. Anything that I can do personally, shoot me a message in Telegram, in WhatsApp, on X. X is easy. I show you all the time, which is my account. If you don't have X, join, shoot me a message there. See you next week on the call. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead and a great future together with us and MetFi. Have a good evening, night.